anytime.
Outsiders in the casa. Oklahoma where the winds come, sweeping down the plain, twisters blow away your kingdom. Noise from the Sooner State, feel it in your eardrum. Way past the beginning and we are nowhere near done. My goodness, I'm nice with it. You can snap back, hold your hat, this how I'm fitted. Getting fueled up off your hate as if I need it. Why your takes on eating lighter, people say I need it. You didn't know? When I hit the road, dog cities hear me spitting flows. Meanwhile, on tracks, I'm really not your typical spiritual, lyrical miracle, you imbecile. Going harder than a tombstone. Here lies in a method that never saw its doom, though. Joints instrumentally fired by IQ, yo. Rocking like a Lucifer track, but what do you know?
Forward and I can't go back.
Welcome all. This is the Outsider Screen Country Soccer Podcast. My name is Mario. I'm with my good co-host David. Or is that Christian Mata? I'm not sure who it is, but wearing his kit today.
Oh,
hey, what's up, fellas?
Ew, that's actually.
Also, I have my other good co-host Josh here too. How you boys doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. No complaints.
And David pulling a Josh tonight and coming super late. I tell you what.
Yeah, weather's not cooperating.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll forgive you this time. But man, guys, tonight we have a special guest with us tonight. He's coming. Oh, hold on. What does it say? What did Harry just say? We had to interrupt real quick. Harry from San Antonio said, "Best intro in all." He should have said in all, but in any USL soccer podcast. Yeah, you have to give it to number 4, Alan Doyle, the best song ever. But like I was saying before I was interrupted, we got Luke Spencer, the coach of FC Tulsa, with us tonight. How you doing tonight, Luke?
I'm doing well, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. We really appreciate you spending some time with us, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Been looking forward to it.
Same here. David, where have you been, man?
What's up, bud?
Have you got your volume up?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
well, we got Coach on tonight. Well, Coach, we're gonna give you a couple of rapid fire questions, and if anybody else is out there listening and you want to give any questions for Coach, please just post it right there on the post a comment section, and we will definitely ask him before he gets off on this show. But well, Coach, we got to ask you some good questions first. What do you think of Tulsa?
Yeah, I love it here. I think it's really good for a family. I think my wife and I really, really pride ourselves on being in cities with good people, nice people, and we noticed that very early on. I think week 1 we were talking about how nice the people of Tulsa are, and I remember I went to a coffee shop, and the barista, he was in the middle of making this latte, and somebody across the counter asked, "Hey, do you mind taking a photo for me?" And the person who asked, he had on a bright yellow suit, and the barista stopped what they were doing, and they walked around, and all of a sudden it turned into a photo shoot, and they were getting the angles right, and the sun was coming through the windows, and I'm thinking, like, this would not happen in Florida, New York, but here in Tulsa, the people are just on another level in terms of being nice. So we really like it here.
Oh yes, Tulsa is very different than any major big city, but it's still a little big town for me. But I love it here. I know tonight we had some kind of little bit of crazy weather. I know where David and Josh is at, they kind of had a little bit more worse than us, I guess. But, well, David, Josh, do you guys want to ask any questions real quick before we get to the meat and potatoes of stuff?
David, do you want to go first?
No, you go ahead, Josh.
All right.
Knock yours out of the way, buddy.
All right. So I have like 2 questions for you. For fans that are FC Tulsa hasn't had a good history of success. for fans that are uncertain about coming to the games, experiencing a game day, what's your message to those fans to get them more seats? I mean, more people in the seats for game days. What's your message to those people out there?
Yeah, my message, would be that they're going to see a team that they can relate to, and what I mean by that is they're going to see a team that fights, a team that gives everything, a team that is going to excite them. I think in our last six games we've scored 18 goals, and you look around the league. I think where else is that happening, right? That type of excitement. Not to mention being able to come back, showing the resilience. And so I think if you're a fan, now's the time to get out, right? To be entertained, and to really take pride in the team that you have in your city. We thrive off of the energy. For the past 2 games, it's definitely helped us, especially when we have a short turnaround and we have some tired legs out there. The noise that the fans are bringing, it's the extra push that we need. So I just encourage everybody right now, this year is the year, and if we can just continue to grow together, it can be something special for sure.
You heard the guy. Get out to One Oak Field. We need everyone's support, to be honest. But and my next question is, how have you? Obviously, you were a player in the USL. How has your player experience transitioned into USL coaching? Like, what have you learned from being a player heading into a coach?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think as a coach, knowing the league is very important. There's different demands in different leagues, and so knowing the travel, right? Knowing what it means to fly across the country in the U.S., knowing what it means to play on a turf field, to play in a baseball stadium, to play on a nice, beautiful grass field in a soccer specific stadium. There are a lot of different demands that are specific to the league. So learning those as a player first is important, but also just being able to relate to the USL player, having played in the league for some years, having been around as a player or a coach in the league for 10 years. I know what the players are going through. I know what it means to start consistently. I know what it means to have to come off the bench. I know what it means to even be left off the roster, right? So all those different experiences allow me to relate to the players, what they're going through, and help manage them, and ultimately help them as we go through the season.
Going off of what you just said, Coach, so when you became a professional player, give us a little bit of more like a background on your professional playing days and also to where we're at now.
Yeah, so I started at Xavier playing collegiately, and Xavier wasn't very good. I think they would won two games the season before I went there. And I said, I'm going to change this. I'm going to be the one that changes everything. And then my freshman year, we won 3 games. So we changed it by 1 game. And, it took a little bit more time, but I was the delusional one at the time that said, I'm going to go make it professionally. I'm going to get drafted, all of these things, because nobody had done that before at the time. And I was fortunate enough to do that by my senior year. Had really good coaches there. And so I was drafted to New England. And then in preseason, I ended up tearing my ACL, and kind of just the worst timing to do that, having been drafted without a contract. And then, you think you go from I've made it, I'm achieving my dreams, my goals. And then I tore my ACL, and now I'm like, okay, now what? Where do I go from here? Long story short, I had 3 knee surgeries in a year and a half, and stopped playing. So I retired. I tried to go back to New England one more time, had more knee issues. And at that point, I wasn't working. All I was doing was focusing on getting back fit. And so with where my knee was at, I stopped playing. I got a corporate job. I was working out in Baltimore, and while I was doing that, I started playing for fun, and that turned into me feeling really good, feeling fit. And at that point, I was 24, and I said, you know what? If there's a way I can give this one more shot, I think I need to do it. And at the time, FC Cincinnati just announced that they were going to have a team and that they were going to have an open trial. And so I quit my job, moved back to Cincinnati and trained for the trial. Was fortunate enough to make it from that open trial. Spent 2016 playing for FC Cincinnati. Didn't play too much. I played 64 minutes the entire season. And I had worked so hard to get back into it, and then to only contribute just a little bit, not even much at all, was disheartening at that time. But was able to earn a contract at Louisville City, and then was able to have some success there as a player, but more so just from a team standpoint, what we were able to accomplish there, was amazing for myself individually, and for the club. And then 2020, I looked to transition into coaching, and now I'm here.
And we are not complaining. No, but no, it's great. What was one of like what was your kind of role models on wanting to be a coach, and what kind of inspired you to want to be a coach?
Yeah, I think I always appreciated leadership positions. I was a captain on most of the teams, if not every team that I was on. And then my college coach, he used to say, you guys get to do this for 4 years. I get to do this as a career. And I was always very, very jealous of that. Oh yeah, this might end for 4 years, and then you graduate, some get other jobs. Only a very few are lucky to go on and play as a pro. But as a coach, you can continue to be around this environment, be part of a team, and you can do that, for as long as it's earned. And so I was always envious of that, and I think that really made me want to getting to coaching.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I think us in Tulsa, we kind of, Ryan, if you're listening, JW, give this man like a 10-year contract, because I think we need to have that signed now. But David, I've been talking too much. How about you? You have any questions, any comments there, sir?
No, you're doing fine. Just keep going. All right, I'll come in later. Yeah.
David is the brains of the operation here. So, like always, I ask every single guest that gets on here, what's your favorite Premier League team? I know the answer. I know these two guys might have not heard it, but what's your favorite team?
Yeah, Liverpool's my favorite team. I'm sorry, Josh. 2006, look, Gerrard, the years that came, that Torres and then Suarez, it was an easy decision for me in my playing days. And then, especially with the recent years, it's been even easier. So, I'm a big Liverpool fan.
Oh, it's not a problem, man. As you can tell, David's a Man U fan. Josh is he's an FC Tulsa fan. Let's just leave it at that. And no, he's a Man City fan, and I'm a Chelsea fan. But I did want to ask you one more thing. I know last year you were the assistant coach with Coach Mario Sanchez, and this year, and I know there's been a lot of turnover with the team, and I wanted to ask you, comparing the 2 years, what was your big kind of want to kind of change, contribution that you wanted to, or not contribution, but more what style you wanted to play a little bit more of?
Yeah, I think one, I wanted to change the expectations. and set the expectations very high. I think how you go about that, it's challenging. I think if I stood up there on day one and said, hey, the expectation is that we win a championship, I think there would be people out there who would think that's not attainable, right? And if it's not attainable, you lose motivation. And so, I think we slowly built towards that belief and that momentum, but to set the expectations extremely high, and then also to make it collective, right? And you see that in the playing style. Everybody attacks, everybody defends. I think Harvey scoring the other night is a box that's checked for us. A lot of different goal scorers. That's something I'll have to go back and look at how many players on the squad have scored a goal for us, because it's collective. It's a collective effort. You're going into the game thinking, okay, whose night is it going to be tonight, right? And you go through the list, and so many of the players have been needed, have had critical moments for us. And that's being a part of something bigger than yourself. That's being a part of a true team, not just a team of 12 or 13 players that you consider starters, right? But fully utilizing the entire roster. So those are the two things that I think, when I look back, are really the foundation.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, we've had 14 different goal scorers this year.
There you go. 14.
I'm not trying to kind of flaunt anything out there, but I might have saved a little picture of that or something like that. All we need is Joel Hunt to score a goal and make the.
You guys are on it.
The listing
analytics group right here.
Oh yes, we've tried to this year. But, well, David, I know you have some questions. Let's go ahead. Let's hear them.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about that time in Louisville where you you're still playing, but you had to do a little bit of head coaching there as well.
Yeah, I think it was 2017. We were successful as a team. We ended up winning the championship, and then you go into 2018, and now you have that expectation to do it again. Started the season off really well. But because of that, people in the organization get recognized, and the head coach at the time, James O'Connor, had an opportunity that he couldn't pass up, going to Orlando in the MLS, which was a goal of his. But I think it caught the ownership by surprise a bit. But the ownership, and John Neese in particular, he recognized the group that we had and how together we were, and he didn't want to rush into anything where he would regret later on. And so he brought myself and two other players in there and said, hey, we'd like you guys to look after the team until we can find a head coach. And at this point, I knew that I wanted to be a coach, and I was coming back from an injury at the time. So I was out rehabbing a knee injury. Seems to be a repetitive theme in my story here. But during that time, I think we coached 6 games, went 4-1-1. I think it was 6 weeks, but a really, really enjoyable time period, portion of the season. And I think that brought the group closer together to be able to just have success through that period. Created a lot of good memories. And, I think it's hard to wrap your mind around a team thriving with those conditions. I remember before games, players are looking over, they're asking like, so how are you guys doing this? How are you training? Who's running the training? Who's making these decisions? And it's, we are, right? We're all bought in, and we understand what it takes. So yeah, really positive experience.
It really helped that you guys in Louisville in general, that they maintain a certain roster from year to year, having that continuity that they people had trust in you and Paolo and George Davis, that they were able to, it was not much different. You guys can run day to day because you guys are also intertwined there in Louisville.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, Paulo, George, myself, all leaders in our own right, but all had really good relationships with the guys on the team.
Yep.
I think we had built up trust enough up until that point, to where guys trusted us, right? So when decisions were made, it wasn't, people didn't think we had ulterior motives in any type of way. It was, no, they have our best interests in mind, and it's about winning. So it was easier for guys to commit to that for sure.
So do you think that type of Louisville is repeatable here in Tulsa, where, Louisville keeps 20 to 21 players a year roster, maybe gets a couple in free agency, that's the outstanding players in free agency, and, develop young players like Josh Jones this year in Louisville, or Evan Davila over there?
Yeah, I think, one, the culture definitely can evolve, to be similar to a Louisville. Will it be the same? No, I don't think anything will ever be the same. And I think Tulsa's history makes it unique, right? So that alone is going to separate itself from Louisville City, right? Two different histories. But I think as far as having a consistent group, in culture, I think that's definitely attainable. The young players, absolutely. I think there are similarities there, even if you look at Taylor Calhera or you look at Owen Dam, two younger players that want to achieve a lot and go on and play at even higher levels. And so already I think you're seeing that. And then, Evan, one of the best players in the league. I think that comes with winning and comes with resources, right? I think if you're one of the best players in the league, what do you want? I think you want to be taken care of financially. You want to have the resources to play at your best. And then I think, you want to have an enjoyable environment. And so, I think those things are coming with success, right? And so I think that's a reality.
And so you brought up the man, Taylor Calhera. I believe right now he's at 14 goals, 4 assists in all competitions, which is, I think 14 goals sets the standard here in Tulsa in a year in all competitions. Where did you guys find him? I mean, I know he was playing in the MLS Next Pro, but was he on your guys' radar for a long time, or was it someone that he became available and you guys took the opportunity?
Yeah, so he was on our radar for a while. I was looking at him last season, just as somebody who checked all the boxes for what I personally was looking for. And then when it went into the off season, I kind of did some digging around him. Would he be available? Would he not be available? And at that time, he still had some interest at other places, and so it was kind of a waiting game. And then Caleb out of the blue really just made it happen.
Right.
Caleb is somebody that he's going to find a way, and he certainly did with Taylor, and I'm glad he did, and he'll continue to do so. That's just who he is.
So as a player, you were a 2-time USL champion, and you won the MVP in 2018. Tell us about that goal. I believe you guys won 1-0 in that game.
Yeah. I think that goal, it sums up, it sums up the group, right? I think I was the one who was in the right place at the right time and was able to finish it. But if you look at before that and leading up into that, there were I think 3 or 4 challenges made where guys are just fighting to keep it alive, right? Giving everything that they have. And then, I was fortunate enough to put it away, but that doesn't happen without those 3 or 4 challenges earlier on. And what I love about the celebration is that nobody cares who scores it, right? It was just, we scored it, right? We scored the goal, we went up, and that's what it's about. And so, important moment for me, personally in that year. That was a challenging year for me because I had missed some games due to injury. But it's like I tell the guys now, you have to be ready for your moment. You have to stay ready, and it's not easy when you're not playing consistently. But if you're in that frame of mind where you're feeling sorry for yourself, you're never going to be ready, right? And so, I was just proud that in the moment when the team needed me, I was able to step up. So, really special moment for me.
So I'm going to tail away from the Louisville talk and go back to FC Tulsa. But so Saturday night in the New Mexico game, you put in Khalil El-Medkar in the second half, and almost immediately, 45 seconds in, we scored a goal. And then Khalil had a chance, or it was that goal, 45 seconds into that, where Khalil worked hard. He almost got the shot, but Harvey took it. And I was rewatching the game today, and Khalil checked up so Harvey could get that shot off. I think in years past, here in Tulsa, they would have ran up on each other and just blew the whole situation. Is that a testament to how this team is working together, and they're in mesh, and they're working side by side togetherness?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of our values, unity, right? Being together. And we speak about it a lot. What are examples of it? And so, especially in that instance, right? Khalil, it's not on his mind that I need to score this goal. It's we need to score it, right? And so in that moment, it's whoever's in the best position to score it. And I'm not sure if Harvey communicated to him or not. What's important is that we scored the goal, not who scored it. And so, I think you see multiple examples of that in every game. But again, we're together in everything that we do, and that'll be a theme throughout the season.
So back in I think it was 2022, when San Antonio won the title, they were called the Mentality Monsters because they're never say die attitude and come back late in games. Is there a nickname brewing for this FC Tulsa team in their late game?
You guys would know more than me on that one. I don't know, but I do see similarities between the two groups. That San Antonio team was tough. They were a tough group. They were committed. They were together, and so hopefully we can end the year the same way that they did, for sure.
So that would be great. That would be great.
I think a few weeks ago, a month ago or so, we described the team in one word, and my word for this team was gritty, and that FC Tulsa was going to make every game a dogfight. And being a second half team, do you think that's a positive going into the stretch run to the playoffs or into the playoffs?
I think it can be. I think it's more positive than negative, but I would rather be a first and second half team if I could pick. But I think during this stretch, it's tough, right? A lot of games in basically a month, and you're traveling, so you don't have a lot of time to train and prepare for each game. So a lot of the performances you're relying on the training that you've done before that time period began, right? And so, they weren't the most organized games, right? But the culture, the mentality of the group, the effort of the group overcame the obstacles, right? And that's what you're looking for, right? We know that not every game is going to be perfect, right? But are we resilient enough to deal with it and come out on top? And so I think over the last 6 games, I think it's been tremendous that we've been able to finish on top, right? And really show the strength of the group.
Go ahead, Mario.
All right. I got a couple questions that I kind of posted on, kind of open up a poll for people to ask any questions. But I think I already asked Trevor Newman's question of what do you and the players think of Tulsa and the city, and are you enjoying the support from the club?
I mean, and again, I think I have 2 young kids, so 2 young boys, 2 and 4 years old, almost 5. And for a family with young kids, I think Tulsa is an amazing place. I really like the school and the daycare that our kids go to, and there's always something family oriented to do, whether that be some type of festival or holiday festival, and then obviously everyone always speaks about the gathering place. And I remember the first time I heard about it, it was voted the best park in the country and all of this. And then you go there and you're like, oh, this is not what I had in mind. This is actually the best park in the country,
Yeah.
And so my family spends a ton of time there.
The best park in the country.
Between that, the aquarium, there's just tons of things to do for a family. So we love it here. And yeah, we have no interest in leaving anytime soon.
Good. We're not letting you leave. But also, this isn't a question; it's more of a comment. I think his name is Jurgen Slim. He's saying, "Doing a great job, Coach." Also, another question from Kyle Miller Williams. He said, "What's Luke's favorite local restaurant in Tulsa?"
Ooh. I like Que Gusto downtown, right?
Okay.
Right. A couple blocks from the stadium.
Yeah.
That's that's a go-to on match day -1s. So yeah, I'd have to go with that.
And I know my company has a warehouse there, and they told me how to pronounce it. I'm not going to ever pronounce it correctly, but how do you actually pronounce Louisville? Louisville or Louisville?
That's see, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you're actually from Louisville, I think that's how you say it. But still, there are people who are from Louisville, and they'll get mad at me. So I don't look. I'm just the messenger. All right. I think it's Louisville.
All right. The next and last question from Kyle. He asked, does Luke think he could put on some cleats tomorrow and keep up with the FC Tulsa team, or do you need a couple weeks more?
Yeah, no chance. My playing days are over. My knees don't work the same, and I don't think my lungs do either. So, yeah, unfortunately, those days are over.
We remember last year. I think it was in the. I think it was in the preseason. We were at the Titan, now Ascension, and we saw you with cleats in the preseason and playing a little bit. And I was like, "Don't tell me coaches out this." At the time, you were the assistant coach. I was like, "Don't tell me the coaches out there playing."
Yeah, just praying that I don't feel my hamstrings snap. So hopefully, don't have to do that again.
Awesome. All right, that was enough for the other questions for them, and I have a couple questions and then a comment to tell you. One question that I wanted to ask you, with this now, I guess it's 11-game unbeaten streak. Is that something you want to? Do you focus on, or do you more prioritize game by game?
Yeah, we just prioritize that game by game. There's a lot that goes on outside that can distract us. And it's unnecessary pressure, right? And I get the excitement around it, and it does mean something that we've been consistent, right? But as far as it helping us win the next game, that's going to be focus on the process and prepare and training. But it does help with the belief in what we're able to do, right? When you put a streak together like that, I think it just builds on the belief in terms of how we prepare, how we go about our business, and that leads into the next performance.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So next opponent you guys are going to be playing is Hartford. They've been kind of on a little bit of a winning streak. Not a lot of people saw it coming. They actually beat a couple good teams, and they kind of play the same similar kind of formation, a 3-4-3. But what are you expecting from them, mostly, like attacking wise and whatnot?
Yeah, I think they have the fastest players in the league, and Dang and Galena, and so their threat is in transition, right? Getting in behind the opponent, um, and it's something that you always have to be aware of, right? Because any cheap turnover, any transition moment, they're a threat in behind. So for our back line, our defenders, we're always going to have to anticipate we might lose the ball, and if that happens, how are we protecting the space in behind? So, they're a tough group right now. They're full on belief, and they have a recipe that's working for them. So, yeah, we think it'll be a tough game.
Okay, cool. Well, David, do you have any other more questions? Or Josh, do you have any more questions before I give my statement?
I have one other question, kind of go off of what David said about how you found Taylor. How did you find a player like Jamie Weber? You go out, I believe, South Africa. How do you find a player like Jamie?
Yeah, that's Caleb's network. Caleb knows people from everywhere, right? But the scouting platforms that we use, South Africa doesn't have, they don't use, and so it was hard to get film on Jamie, and so he had to send us, I think it was 3 full games for us to watch him, and even then, the games that were sent over, it was kind of hard to differentiate who he was in watching him. But eventually, we got some good footage, and we were able to watch him and see, that he was able to do the job we were going to ask of him. And then through some people that he knew, through some people that I knew, we were able to do our character references. And yeah, it worked out. He was motivated to come, and he checked all the boxes. And so we're certainly glad to have him.
Yeah, I agree. I've said it many times to Mariano and David. I think he's been our best midfielder. I think he fit in right away. And then I said it during the Monterey game. He completely changed that game when we subbed him in.
Yeah, his composure on the ball speaks for itself. I've been on him about defending a lot more and his intensity on the defensive side of the ball. But I think even last game in the second half, I think he won the ball back four different times that led to transition attacks for us. So he's grown a lot in that regard, and I still think he has a lot to achieve and a lot of room left to grow.
I feel like every time I watch him, he's all over the place. He'll be on the right side. I blink, he's on the left side. But I like I said, I think he's been our best player, and he's only been here for a few weeks.
Yeah,
so
I think it's
a great pickup.
I think it's hard to, especially for me, it's hard to single out players amongst the group, right? And I'll go back to just my feeling before the games is whose night is it going to be, right? And I think we've seen just you don't know, right? And players are stepping up when they need to step up, all the way through the squad. So I think when you look at it, it's very hard to single out one player when you look next to him and you're like, wait, that player had a good game too, or that player saved us last game, or that player scored that goal. So it's just really a collective effort, and I think that's the vision, right, of it being a collective environment, it being together. I don't like the idea of a team sport having one player that is the savior, right? Because so much effort goes into it. So many sacrifices are made from so many people. And if that's the case, if that's what you're looking for, then I think you got to get out of a team sport and play an individual sport, right? So, just a really collective group.
All right, go ahead, David.
All right, 2 more things, and I'll let Mario wrap it up. Stefan Lukic, that man has the most impressive energy burst I've seen in a player in a long time. Is he your super sub coming in, or do you think he can sustain that if you need to? For
as of now, one, as a human being, he fits all the values. He embodies all of our values that we speak about. The team knows it. The staff knows it. But he's got a really good soccer brain. He wants to be a coach, and he has coached. So while most players that aren't starting are sitting off on the side, they're saying, okay, let me get ready for my moment to come on into the game. I think he's taking in a lot more information. He's looking at it. He's looking at the game from a coach's eye, seeing where he can have success, what the team needs in that moment, right? But he's also got an eye for goal, and that's undeniable with how quickly he can come on and impact the game from scoring.
Yep.
So that's his role right now, but that's not to say that won't change from game to game or moving forward.
Well, Coach, I just want to thank you. Been an impressive season. Keep up the good work, hard work. Best of luck in the future games. I do have one last thing. It's more of a wish, not really a question or anything, but if we do happen to play Louisville City again, can you make a phone call and have them not play Cameron Lancaster against us anymore? I think I'm tired of watching Cameron Lancaster play against us. I don't care if it's for 2 or 5 minutes. No,
we want him to play. We'll get the better of him. When he was standing there, I don't know. He's a good buddy of mine, a good friend of mine, old teammate, and he was standing there getting ready to sub on. And I thought to myself, like, I don't think there's enough time for him to score. I don't. And then when he scored, I was thinking to myself, I'm an idiot. Why would I think that, But yeah, of course, and I think only he scores that goal. That was a really good goal. But again, going back to the group, the resilience of the group to be able to find a way to come back and equalize in that moment was huge for us.
All right.
Yeah.
Mario.
Josh, do you have anything else to say, bud?
I'm good.
All right, that's my turn. Before you go, Luke, Coach, we really appreciate everything you've done. One thing that I do want to tell you, us three, we've been supporters from the beginning. When the Tulsa Roughnecks, we've heard a lot of lip service. We heard everything. Everybody has good intentions when they start, and you don't just say stuff, you do stuff, and we really appreciate it as fans, supporters. You're the reason, the team's the reason, everybody in the club is the reasons why we keep coming. My voice is still raspy still. I know some of these guys are still raspy, but we're going to keep doing it every day in and day out as much as you guys are doing it on the field, and really, really appreciate it. I mean, this whole city is behind your team, and, we love everything y'all are doing. Keep doing it. But one thing I do ask, if we ever do get in the playoffs, I know your business after the game, but if we ever do win it, I want you to run out to the supporter section, because you're the only person that still hasn't came out there and kind of celebrated. And I think you should have been the MVP hitting the drums one of these games. And I really think so. I was telling David, I was like, man, I think Coach deserves it. There's so many people that score the goal, but you're the mastermind of all this, man. So thank you.
I appreciate that, Mario. I really do, and I appreciate you guys and all the support. I think that one thing that we always say is talk is cheap, right? Anybody can talk, and there's so many people who say what they're going to do, right? And the quote that we used at the beginning of the season was that winners and losers have the same goals, right? At the start of the season, every team is up there talking about similar things, right? The same things, and what's going to be the difference, right? It's ultimately how we train, how we play, and the results that we get, right? And so I think that's been different up until this point, and it'll have to be different, through the remainder of the season. But the one thing that's been constant, and you can see that is the support that you guys show, the passion that you guys have for the team. So we really appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. Well, thank you so much for being on with us tonight. We can't wait to watch you on Saturday at the watch party, and then we can't wait to see you the next following week at Live at One Oak.
No, absolutely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
You take care. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Bye.
Wow. Well, that was good.
I was holding back. I mean, there's a couple tears in my eyes, but I mean, this coach has been amazing, since he got on. There's a lot of skepticism as being a kind of first coach for the team, but because we've seen it in the past, but we're so glad to have him on. Real quick, Harry, I wasn't saying piss off. Really appreciate the shout out there on the podcast comment that you did. You need to come to Tulsa, though. That's all I'm saying. Well, guys,
he knows this season's done, so he's
no take backs. No take backs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeesh. We get in the first place and we just don't know how to act.
What are you talking about?
We've been nice for 4 weeks now. We can
It's finally time, or we can finally talk trash.
Yeah. So,
well, guys, what do you want to talk about? I was kind of heavy in the heart right there, that conversation. But go ahead.
Just start with it right off the bat. Did you see the renderings for Detroit City's new field that they're getting?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that nice alumni field. Not bad looking.
Alumni Pie.
That stadium just looks way too big. It looks like a league, like a EFL championship team stadium.
Remember, the USL's looking for Division One, so I mean, you gotta step up the. Or
maybe Detroit's going MLS. I don't ever see that happening. I don't think the supporters would like that.
But that is a pretty nice stadium. I'm gonna give it up to him because
I'm jealous.
That's a proper stadium, and hopefully, as rumors and stuff on Twitter has been posted lately, that may could happen in Tulsa. We'll see.
We can only hope.
Hey, we can hope for a great team, but guess what we got?
We got a great team.
Can you roll the tape from 2017 and 2016?
Oh my God,
2018. Yeah, you've been saying the same thing for sure. Yeah.
Hey, it all that matters if I'm right in the end.
Hey,
right?
One thing at a time. We finally got that good team. That means the stadium's coming.
Oh yes.
All right. Power rankings, USL power rankings. FC Tulsa is holding the number 2 spot, moving on up, sitting right behind Louisville City. Charleston moved down. Sacramento's in 3rd. Charleston in 4th. Pittsburgh 5th. Wow, Pittsburgh in 5th with a 7-6-6 record. Wow.
Yeah.
Look at Hartford. Hartford's up in there.
How's Hartford 8? That's I don't understand.
Well,
they're the hottest.
It's the second hottest team in the league right now.
Yeah, they're like the second hottest. It's going to be a tough game Saturday. It's not going to be no cakewalk.
If you ask any other supporters, you might hear something different.
Yeah.
Hartford's a dangerous team right now. We cannot take them lightly on Saturday, but I'm sure we'll talk about that. But yeah.
Anywho, round of the top 10 is Colorado Springs and San Antonio FC. So, yeah, Miami FC and Las Vegas down in the bottom. Wow.
I hope those Rhode Island fans didn't hear what I said about their team last week. It was all in good faith and good heart.
That was Josh. That was Josh, by the way. Not us.
They did. You're no longer allowed in Pawtucket.
That sucks.
So scores from last week. Let's look at some scores. See if anything surprised you or no.
I mean, on the power rankings, I was really surprised to see Hartford there. I do understand that they're obviously. I think they've scored rather right on par with us. I think they've scored maybe 10 goals in the last 3 or something like that. I still don't. I'm not buying into the hype. If they beat us on Saturday, I'll buy into the hype.
What about Colorado Springs? They're making a little bit of a jump. They had a rough beginning of the season, but they defeated Oakland 2-1 in Oakland. Yeah,
I feel like there's a bunch of teams right now just starting to get hot, especially in the Western Conference.
Don't say that.
I think we are unfortunately in the hardest of the 2 conferences.
Hey, save the FC Tulsa talk for later, okay?
How about that 0-0 draw between Miami and El Paso after El Paso put up 6 against Las Vegas? That jump off the page for you?
They scored all their goals against Vegas.
Were they tired? They were tired of celebrating?
Tired. They were tired.
They were out of celebrations?
Yeah.
But, man, look at it. Josh was just talking a little bit about them, but Hartford defeating Birmingham 4-1.
I think one game you got to circle right here is the Las Vegas San Antonio game. I watched that game. I was very excited for a draw. I was very excited for that draw.
Yeah, you're again on Harry's good side tonight, I'd say.
How about that Louisville Charleston game, 4-1?
Not what I was expecting.
Man,
Can't even lie to
It
you.
was 4-0 at the half.
Yeah,
So.
all 4 goals for Louisville.
You know what's crazy about that match? I actually got to watch the highlights of it, and the first couple highlight clips that they were showing was actually Charleston getting close to scoring a goal, and I was like, oh man, this is not what they were showing on the video clip at the score line. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna rewatch this, and I did, and they did have a couple good chances, but Louisville and one of our good old friends,
who?
Philip Goodrum.
Who?
Philip Goodrum. That's what happened.
And then you had Wilson with a brace, a goal in the 16th minute, and I believe he scored. He scored in the 28th minute as well.
Yeah.
So he had himself a brace. Just not what I was expecting from Louis. I mean, I expected Louisville to win, but I didn't think it was going to be like that.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Not really much in the way of transfers going on. There's some pickups, but nothing really earth shattering.
I know Orange County just signed somebody. I already forgot
like
his name. It's like
16-year-old defender. Yeah. So I mean, another Orange County's good about developing projects. So
just another guy that goes sell for like $1 million or something like that.
Right. That seems to be like their business model. So I mean, that's what some people do. Yeah. Phoenix, Louisville, Loudon signed about 3 players this week. They were really active. Interesting for Loudon, they signed a Guatemalan international, Archimedes Ordonez. Watched him in what was that? What was the competition the United States was playing in that lost to Mexico?
Gold Cup.
Yeah, I watched that Guatemala game and he looked legit. So
when does the USL? When is like deadline day for us? Is the market always open?
I think it's September. I forget what day.
So I thought it was like September 13th or something like that.
I think there is like a hard date for selling players and trading players, but I think they can sign free agents whenever. I think they got to appear in 5 games to be available for the playoffs, something like that. So, because I remember when Gabby Torres went to Phoenix from Tulsa, I don't think he made the playoff roster because he hadn't appeared in 5 games for them. So,
yeah,
gotta make your appearances before you make the playoff roster. All right, guys, it's about that time. It's about that time to talk a little.
You don't want to talk about the standing first?
The standings? Yeah, we're in first. We're in first.
We're first, okay. 8 points clear.
Oh, come on, guys!
11 points clear of the top 4.
We were talking about Eastern Conference teams. I was like, you know what? Let's just show them off real quick, and then we'll go to the West.
We don't need to see that. Nobody irrelevant teams right there.
There you go. Louisville is in first place in the Eastern Conference, 44 points. Charleston Battery 41 points in second place. North Carolina, who beat us in third place, 29 points. Louisville's in a good stretch of form right now. 4 wins and a draw in the last 5 games. Rounding at the bottom is Tampa Bay and Birmingham. That's not 2 teams you usually see in the bottom of the East.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa's been picking it up just a little bit, but I think they had a bad week. Yeah, they lost their last game. They're 3-2 in their last game. 3 wins, 2 losses last 5 games. But 3 pretty tough teams in the East sitting below the playoff line in Indy and Birmingham and Tampa Bay.
I'm actually excited. I'm not trying to kind of kiss up to Rhode Island guys, but what's up, guys? It's going to be an exciting battle between Hartford and Rhode Island. Indy 11 is not a bad team. They can come back up. I don't know how Miami's going to fare, but like I said last week, man, if you look at the Birmingham lineup, you would expect them to be above the line, and it's just
especially considering who their coach is.
Yeah, and I know it's a new transition for him as well, but they've already played 20 games, only got 19 points. You would think they would have at least be in the middle of the table, 5th or 6th, but I just kind of feel bad for Kaler a little bit. But we understand it as Tulsa fans how this feels, but not this year.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
If you look at it, the parity in the East is there just like it's in the West. I mean, the only difference is they have 2 teams that's running away and pretty much untouchable right now in Louisville and Charleston. I mean, Tampa Bay is 4 points out from Rhode Island, and they have 2 games in hand.
Yeah, it's just one big run away and a few results falling your way, and
so,
I mean, it's basically what's happening with Hartford right now. They're on a good little run.
Mm-hmm.
Teams are dropping points. They're
then
getting hot at the right time.
Then you got a team like Pittsburgh, in the last 5 games, 1 win, 4 draws. They're scraping out points. They're doing that where they're just getting points every match, and
they're doing it the Bob Lilly way.
They're just they're just floating. So that is the East. Scrolling down to the West,
isn't it beautiful?
Yes, FC Tulsa in first place in the West with 38 points. Sacramento Republic, second place with 30 points. San Antonio, third place with 28 points. Colorado Springs is holding the playoff line at 24 points with Las Vegas at the bottom with 19 points. So
I'm just used to having to look at the bottom of the table.
Here's what I've been looking at, fellas. We're 16 points above Monterey. I'm starting to already do the calculations where will we,
and then El
what
Paso,
week will we qualify for the playoffs?
We're I believe 11 points ahead of.
You're waiting for that X, aren't you? You're just waiting for that X.
I'm like Charlie Day on the bulletin board. I got pins put up like.
I was earlier today. I was looking at the standings, and I was just like, I was getting excited at the thought of we have an actual genuine chance of having a home playoff game, because I believe we're 11 points clear of El Paso. I was telling my dad and my grandma, it's like, I can't believe that's actually a reality. It would be amazing to see the atmosphere at a FC Tulsa home playoff game.
Now you guys are thinking about playoffs and all that, and that's all good. I know. Playoffs. But you know what I was looking at, and I had to tell myself, Mario, wait, you gotta wait. Let's play 5 more games, and then you can start thinking about this.
So,
Supporter Shield.
I was looking at that earlier. I mean, it's not gonna. I don't think it will happen, but I was looking at it.
There's a will, there's a way.
We could catch Charleston, but not.
We have a tough stretch coming up of away games. I think as soon as we get through those away games, that 3-game stretch where we're away from One Oak, then we can get a little cocky. I think we're jumping the gun just a little bit here.
I did say 5.
Let's tamp it down. Let's tamp it down. Let's tamp it down. But
check
I want to ask you guys
in the next 3 games, and I'll tell you how I feel about a home playoff game.
Let's look at something real quick. Where's the Eastern Conference standings? You got the Eastern Conference standings, or you just got the Western Conference?
I got the Eastern.
Bottom 4 of the Eastern Conference right now on the hot seat. Which one of those teams are going to make the playoffs? Bottom 4.
I'm going to say in the 11.
All right. Josh.
Can we count Rhode Island, or are you just doing bottom 4?
Bottom 4. Bottom 4.
I'm going to go Miami.
Wow. You know they got one guy that can score goals in Miami. You know that, right?
That's more than enough. He's got him 20 points. I don't see why he can't get him a few more.
Tampa Bay. I got my money on Tampa Bay.
Oh, my God.
17, sitting pretty on 17 points.
Mm-hmm.
You need to stop drinking, sir.
I mean, they do have a few games. They got a few games in hand against Rhode Island, Birmingham.
Yeah, so, I mean, look at that.
So, it's not.
They got 2 games on Rhode Island. I mean, that's 6 points. What about those games?
Think out of the 2, I think it ended up finishing. Never mind.
Okay. Western Conference. There you go. Bottom 4. Who's going to make the playoffs out of those 4?
Lexington.
No. I I got to give it to Oakland. Maybe I don't know why. I know I should. My smart money should be on Monterey, but
I don't know. Monterey they're just all
right
sort of
now,
messed up.
right now, all the teams above that red line is contenders, man. The Western Conference is built different, man. For me, it is. Colorado Springs, defending champions. A couple months ago, we would have been like, they won't even make the red line. They're doing bad, and now they're bounced back. They got one game to play. They can be up to 27 and be in fourth place. I don't know. Lexington, I don't have faith in them. Oakland, they can maybe be on a heater, maybe make the eighth spot. But then I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
Not a chance.
Who else is going to fall down? El Paso's playing pretty good lately. If they keep playing Las Vegas Lights all the time.
That goes for everybody in the league. Vegas is a free 3 points.
And
don't say that. Don't say that, Josh. Commentators curse with her. I got Oakland. I got Oakland making playoffs out of those three. So,
man,
right.
You guys didn't agree with me on any of this.
We're pushing the hour. We're pushing the hour mark. Let's go to FC Tulsa talk, fellas.
All right.
Two games we played since the last podcast, and 6 points. 6 points. Two games, 6 points. 6 points. First game we took on Monterey midweek out in sunny, cold. It looked cold there. Everybody was wearing jackets and coats there in Seaside, California. Jumped out early. Alex Delu put a goal, 12th minute.
Who?
Then we
two goals in 2 games.
Who?
Right. Mario got a little excited. That's his boy, Alex.
But who scored the game-winning goal?
But we'll bounce back to that segment. And then Monterey Bay put 2 in the back of the net. New signee from Monterey Bay, Johnny Klein, put 1 in, and then Luke Ivanovic put 1 in the back of the goal. And then Stefan, super sub Lukic, come in and rescued us in the second half. 71st minute, he puts 1 in the back of the net. Then penalty. Arthur Rogers, that was he put in the back of the net with that penalty. It was a handball in the. That was one of the questionable handballs where you've seen it given and you've seen it not given. He was sliding in, arm was dragged behind him. Jamie Weber was dribbling. He caught the ball, and then Jamie. I think what honestly got the penalty. Jamie stopped it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think the reason they got given is because of the reaction.
Yeah,
I was watching that match, and you guys already seen it. That referee was horrible.
That referee he would not let 10 seconds of just free play go. It had to be foul. Look at me, I'm the referee. I have all the power in the world. This game's all about me.
So I was surprised. I was surprised when they called that penalty. Yeah. I was like, no, he's gonna.
I mean, in my eyes, obviously, as an FC Tulsa fan, I thought that was a clear as day handball. But earlier in the game, Sissoko had a handball that should have been called. We can be honest with ourselves. Is that happening against FC Tulsa? Would be sitting here right now complaining like, "Oh, why was that not called?"
Johan would have saved it. It wouldn't have mattered. So
all right, you're right.
So 41% possession for FC Tulsa, 8 total shots, 6 of those on goal. Guys, FC Tulsa fans, USL Championship fans, just go and when you see possession stats for FC Tulsa, just don't worry about it. We've done accepted. We're not going to possess the ball a lot, but we are going to shoot on your goal. We're going to go shots. We're going to have high quality shots, and we're going to make stuff happen. So 5 big chances. Good defensive stats. Had one of the goals was on an error, but didn't come back to hurt us. So 3-2 win against Monterey Bay. Good win on the road. Been a good road team this year. So we'll take the points. Monterey Bay was a good home team this year. I think most of the points they've had has been at home. So it's always good to walk out with road points, and especially against a good home team. So we'll take it. And that brings us this Saturday night as we take on who?
New Mexico United.
New Mexico United. New Mexico United that had been leading the league for most, or the Western Conference for most of the season. So it was a really, really hot night at One Oak Field. I think we all sweated a lot.
I
Some
was
big
in the
event.
I was in the AC at Globe
Oh,
Life Field. Sorry, I
oh
don't know
wait,
about
oh
that
wait.
one.
Boo, this man.
I was in
Somebody
Texas,
was
I was in the AC
in
watching
Texas.
baseball.
I'm in Texas. Look at me. I'm watching baseball. Okay. Anyways, really good game. Right off the bat, again, scoring goals. I believe that was Diallo was taken down in the box. Yeah, there was a little bit of contact, not a lot, but it took him down. I
He
think the
did
trailing
really good at
leg.
selling it.
I think the trailing leg of the defender caught him. So
Yeah.
we'll take it. Taylor Calhera converts from the spot. 14th goal in all competitions this year for Taylor. I think it was his 10th in the USL Championship. So we'll take it. And then the wheels fell off after that. Mexico puts 2 in the back of the net, including a golazo by Osman Yabain. Good goal.
That was.
Watched it.
There's nothing you could do about that one. That was just a good goal.
That was the second best goal
Oh, we'll get to that one.
of the week.
So, and this is what I saw. This is what I saw at halftime. Coach Spencer, he says his knees hurt, but he beat everybody to the locker room.
Yes, he did.
He beat everybody to the locker room, and he didn't see anybody else. The blinders were on. Boom, straight to the locker room.
I have a feeling he was not happy about that first goal. That first goal was not. That should never happen.
Yeah. But,
I feel like lately our goals have been mental lapses. I said it in the group chat. Our goals have just been stupid mistakes.
It happens, but the other team capitalized, and I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
Well, bad for the other team. They're playing FC Tulsa in the second half, so
don't go up 2-1 against Tulsa.
Nope.
So we go in the locker room down 2-1. Trevor Mon, who started the game, comes off at halftime for Khalil El Medkar, and right off the bat, 45 seconds into the second half, Owen Dom, he sent in a cross, which Taylor Calhera headed on, and it looked like Khalil was going to make a strike, but he checked up, and Harvey St. Clair came in from the right side and put it in the back net, made it 2-2. And then a worldie happened. Marcus Serrato with his second FC Tulsa goal, put it in the back of the net. Mario looked like his free kick from a few weeks ago.
Yep. And before you say that goal, man, Arthur Rogers. I mean, everybody knows that he has a good cross. He faked that cross, passed it to Marcus Serrato, and man, he bent it like Beckham. When I saw that goal going in, I was like, man, no, he's not going to do it again. It literally looked like spitting image of that goal that he had just a couple of weeks ago. And he bent it in that corner. That goalie had no chance of saving that. And what a great goal.
I mean, Rogers made his guy do a full 360 in the air.
Yeah, he did.
He made him look silly.
Well, FC Tulsa moved up 3-2 at that moment. Then 3 minutes later, Khalil El Medkar, they say if you're unselfish, you will get rewarded. And he was rewarded, put in goal number 4 for FC Tulsa. So 3 goals in approximately, 8 minutes for FC Tulsa.
8 minutes, yeah.
Going from 1-2 to 4-2.
And then the fifth one. You should let Mariano say this one.
Hey.
It was an own goal. It was an own goal by New Mexico.
I would consider it. I would personally consider it a Delu goal.
So Alex Delu took a rocket of a shot from, let's say, about 10 to 15 feet outside the box, and it ricocheted off
I think he took that shot just because he could.
And Christopher Shakes looked like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he took that shot just because he was like, you know what, we're up 4-2. It's the 83rd minute. I'm taking this shot. I'm bored.
No, first of all, guys, karma. It's karma. After his team scored 2 goals and scream out, "Vamos, vamos!" like he was doing something in the game, and you heard it from me. I know that for sure. And Yeah, he wasn't saying vamos after that game. I think he was trying to run out of the stadium.
So, FC Tulsa had a couple other really good looks. I think Jamie Weber had a really good look, and I want to say Serato had another good look.
We
off a
could
free
have
kick.
scored 6. Could have
It
scored
really could have been.
6.
Final score is 5-2 FC Tulsa. They take the win. 30% possession. Remember what I said about FC Tulsa fans, USL fans? Don't worry about possession. 14 shots, 6 of them on goal, 5 of them in the back of the net. Congratulations, FC Tulsa. There you go. More stats. Yeah, it's if you look at stats, it looks ugly. I wish we had XG because our XG probably looked really good. Our stats look ugly because we're not a possession-based team. Much as we want to be, we're not. We're a direct team that we're going to catch you on the break. That's what we're going to do.
Well, speaking of ugly,
Hey, look at there. You got until you've got
Go get your tickets. Look at that guy. Look how happy he looks. Go be like him. Go be happy.
Yeah. You've got until midnight tonight to take advantage of the special offer. So
go get your tickets. Go be happy like that guy. I don't know who he is. Very handsome fella.
Doesn't show up.
Maybe if you go to the game, you'll get to meet him. Maybe he'll sign autographs. I don't know.
That looks photoshopped. Is that a Phillies jersey he's wearing? And that photoshopped FC Tulsa over it? Yeah. Is that what you did?
Is that the jersey you wore to watch the Phillies against the Texas Rangers? What's the team called?
Rangers. No.
Yeah. All right.
You're just jealous. If you're just jealous that I'm the reason we're selling tickets, that's all right.
Yeah. All right. That was on a big monitor.
I saw. Yeah. No. I had it sent to me. Trust me. I know.
Yeah. All right, 5-2 win by FC Tulsa. Congratulations, fella. Got a game this week, 6:00 in Hartford. We take on the Hartford Athletic. Hartford Athletics right now 7th place in the West with 22 points. They are on a roll right now. They've won their last 3. You heard Coach say they're a speedy team. I thought New Mexico was quick. They are. New Mexico is a quick team. This is a quicker team. Mohali, the guy on the left, they're Michi Nagalina, former Indy 11 player, former Colorado Springs player. The guy's dynamite. He's electric. You're going to watch it. If you're neutral, you watch him, you love him because he is electric. Remember at FC Tulsa, we had Marcus Epps, who was pretty fast on the wing. Yep. Michi's faster. So get a load of him. And then the guy in the middle is Mamadou Dieng. 9 goals in the season in the USL Championship this year. Really, really potent striker.
A little bit of a slow start. This game was at home. Sorry to interrupt you, but I would love to get inside of Siaha's head because he's such an easy keeper. I mean, we saw it against the Rhode Island game. You say one thing to that guy, and he will just
said that, and then he's shut out. Rhode Island. So,
yeah. I mean, he backs it up, but it'd still be fun to.
Yeah, he played at Monterey Bay last year. We heckled him then, so yeah.
Now the players I'm excited to see. I'm kind of excited.
Bottom right.
Bottom right, yeah, old FC Tulsa player. That I want to see him against.
I want to see him let up a few goals, and then he can have a good 10 minutes.
Another guy I would say key on is Sebastian Anderson, former Colorado Rapids player. Pretty good wingback, 3 assists on the season. Looking swinging crosses from him. You got Jonathan Jimenez in the midfield. He played with Taylor Calhera last year at NYC FC2, MLS Pro. He was actually signed before Taylor was Tulsa, and he was a big signing for them. Joey Farrell's been in the league a long time. Hartford started slow. They don't have a deep team. But what they got is they have quality USL players, and it kind of felt like it was just a matter of time for Brendan Burke, who was the head coach. He was the head coach of Colorado Springs for a long time. Very successful coach of Colorado Springs. It was just a matter of time before they started clicking. They're going to be good. Kyle Edwards is kind of like the super sub off the bench. He's going to score goals. He's quick. This is just New Mexico's a fast team. This is a fast team too. We're just going to have to. I'm not just going to say it. We're going to play FC Tulsa ball. Where we get gritty and we muddy up the field, give some professional fouls where It slows up play, catch them make a mistake, and get our offense going, because I don't know if their defense is fast. I know their offensive players are fast. I'm not sold on their defensive player speed. And if we can get players like Khalil and Taylor out on the front foot, Jamie on the ball on the front foot, I think we can go grab a couple goals against them.
Yes, it's not going to be. I said it earlier. It's not going to be. It's not going to be an easy game whatsoever.
No, sure is not. Couple more notes. FC Tulsa. Anything else you want to say about Hartford Athletic and Mario?
I was just gonna say it's gonna be a really gritty game, but I mean, past couple games we've been playing is pretty gritty games, but this is gonna be a really good match. It should be match of the week, to be honest. Two good winning streak teams playing against each other, one East, one West, and it's gonna be a great battle. Like you said, David, it's gonna come out to who makes a mistake, and hopefully we can capitalize on some of their mistakes. Some of their defensive players aren't the fastest, but it just matters who makes the mistakes, and I hope that we kind of can learn from our mistakes and be more attacking. You know, our team is starting to show that it's not just one player that can score a goal, but multiple players that can score goals, and it's going to be a really great match, and I hope everybody gets to go to the watch party and watches it with us.
All right. Last little bit of FC Tulsa news. Congratulations, Coach Luke Spencer, for being named USL Coach of the Month for July. So congratulations, Coach. Second time that honor's been bestowed upon FC Tulsa. Michael Ensign got it.
2018, I think. It was like 2018, 2019.
So Ensign got it once before. So congratulations, Coach Luke Spencer, on that. Marcus Serrato is nominated for USL Championship Goal of the Week. Go vote for him. Polls are open now at uslchampionship.com. And also congratulations to Marcus Serrato for being named the 918 Brigade Man of the Month for July. So congratulations, Marcos. He's our third recipient behind Johan Penaranda and Arthur Rogers. So congratulations to Marcos. He had goal and assist in the month of July and had that banger of a goal, that free kick that was goal of the week in USL Championships.
No.
Congratulations, Marcos. Any other FC Tulsa news talk, fellas?
No, I'm just excited. Ready for the next match.
Yes, sir. And if we don't record between now and then, home game. Let's see, against Orange County of all teams. So it'll be August 23rd at 7:30 p.m. at One Oak Field. Orange County SC is Youth Sports back to school night. If your child under 12 wears their favorite kit or their own kit, they can get a free ticket with a paid adult. So one per adult. So kids can wear that. Josh might be able to get in with that. I don't know if they'll allow it. It's just
I'll just tell them, hey, I'm the guy that gets you guys tickets from the big board. They'll let me in.
And they'll laugh.
They should start paying me. I've said it before. They need to start paying me.
Next week we will have a player on the podcast. I'm not gonna name drop who he is, but he might be from a London-based city. I'm not sure, but we will let y'all know next week. So
I'm excited for that one.
I am too.
All right, fellas, let's go and wrap it up. You want to do some? I don't think there's really any local talk.
I don't think much has happened really.
Athletic are in hiatus because League for clubs is done. Not hiatus; their season is over, and they're waiting for the next season to begin. Bartlesville team, the UPSL season's over. No news from that team on the western part of the state, and I think they're going. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. What their name's going to be? Oklahoma United FC. We've seen the trademark registered for that by the Funks and whoever, Echo or whatever it is now. So yeah. Okay, hot takes.
Before you get to before you go to the hot
Unless-
takes, I don't know why I was thinking. I was like, you were gonna say the Funk Soul Brothers.
I don't have that. I don't have that much groove in me to sing. So,
Okay.
all right, hot takes. I'll start off. Oklahoma United, love it or hate it?
Oklahoma
Huh.
City United, you mean?
It's okay. I'll just be happy to get them back.
I think it was just
missed-
Oklahoma United. I think it was just Oklahoma United FC. It wasn't.
I thought I saw it saying Oklahoma City United, but okay. Me personally, I think the Energy name would have been better. Personally, I just don't find it. I mean, I get it. They're getting a lot of youth clubs adding it to their little roster thingamajig, but it's just it's overplayed. I'm sorry. I know both of you guys. I mean, not Josh. But
Let me stop you real quick. It is Oklahoma City United FC. Oklahoma United is that team down in Edmond in the UPSL, which they actually got some people from the Oklahoma United FC down in Edmond to be on the board, that they're kind of consulting group. And from what I heard, that might be kind of like the Oklahoma City United might be kind of their brainchild. So
yeah.
I don't really care what they're called. I just want the rivalry back. That's basic. That was a good, 1 hour, 2 hour away day. Get a quick 3 points. It was nice having a rivalry because we really don't have anybody. Maybe San Antonio.
After tonight, yeah. For your comments, yeah. But yeah, I got a lot of friends that are Oklahoma City fanatics as well. But I miss the banter. I miss the going out there, rooting against them, showing them how to chant. It's just the rivalry.
Bringing a couple hundred into their stadium and out chanting them.
Oh yeah, that's all.
So, I in general, I don't mind the European type names that come in, like the Uniteds or the FC. Hell, we're FC Tulsa. Is what it is. But I thought there were better choices. That they had like 5. That one was the Lightning and the Trash Bags and
Bison,
Buffalo Bison.
The Trash Bags.
I thought they could have done better than this.
They should have kept the Energy, to be honest.
They could. Well, I think that was.
I think they're just trying to do what we did, get away from like the Roughnecks.
So there you go.
That state.
All right, Josh, go with your hot take.
I have none tonight. I have no
hot. What?
I have no hot takes tonight.
No
I was too focused on trying to get questions for Coach, so no hot takes.
Okay.
It took you like all day to think of 3 questions.
I asked like 5 questions.
After he plays over there, but yeah.
Jamie Weber deserves it, man. I'll do it again.
I bet you would. Well, our rating for the show just went up, but no, my it's not really a hot take, but guys, I know we're really happy about FC Tulsa, but Premier League starting this weekend.
Hooray! More soccer to watch. Hooray.
More soccer to watch, but I'll take question. What are you more excited about, the Premier League or getting to watch FC Tulsa play?
Watch FC Tulsa play. I
get
to watch that first.
The Premier League for me didn't start for about 5 weeks.
Yeah, nobody
gotta get past these 5 first games, because it's a killer schedule for United in the first 5. So it is what it is, and FC Tulsa all the way, because we got to keep this momentum.
I don't want to get Mariano's ego too high, but Chelsea, they are looking. I don't want to call them preseason warriors, but
oh gosh, Mario, close your.
They're honest. I could see them being a dark horse this year to win the Prem.
Josh, we're sending Garnacho over there. It's about to blow up.
That is true. Garnacho is going to blow up Chelsea. He's going to ruin that locker room. But I'm being serious. I hate to say it, as I could see them finishing. That's a good team, man. They've bought everybody in the world. It's about time they're a good team.
We did everybody out, huh? And how about the Grizzle going to Everton? Got rid of the greasel.
Uh, I'm kind of sad about it. I loved him. I think he was a big. He was big for the treble year, but it's whatever. He's old. We need to get the old. We need to get the old. Now we're in on Rodrigo from
Sending Jamie Tart to Everton. I can't believe you guys sending Jamie Tart.
That's a good. Now that is a good one.
That was messed up.
That was a good one.
Well, guys, it's been a long show tonight. We had Coach. I really appreciate his time.
Yeah, you guys need to go to bed.
Well, like I was saying, we had Coach on. We really appreciate him being on. Got to talk about some FC Tulsa, the league. Really appreciate it. Do me a favor, guys. Don't look at Josh right now.
That is a nice jersey, I will say.
It's okay. It's okay. But, I mean, look at David. I mean, the man that got that for him it must be a great guy, you know. Okay, now Josh has a better one, you know.
Let me go get my Cal Hero jersey. I'll be right back.
He got the bird jersey. Now he's just showboating over here.
Let me go get my Cal Hero real quick.
Oh, now he had to ruin it. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Let's end the show. Thank y'all for listening. Really appreciate it. There's over 155 people that viewed this episode. Really appreciate all your love. Do me a favor, subscribe, repost this show, like it. If you have any questions, please do me a favor. Send it to our social media accounts. We have on Instagram. We have on Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook.
MySpace.
What was before MySpace? I forgot what it was, but
Mail.
Yeah, Yahoo Mail. You know, hit up all the forums and everything like that. Reddit. But thank y'all for listening, David, Josh. Thank you for being on. Josh, you need to be there next time so you can watch that 5-goal thriller next time.
I'll be there next game. I'm not missing any more games.
You're not
missing games.
But if we lose the game and you're there, we probably need to go back to Dallas.
I don't plan on going back there anytime soon.
Good.
I missed Tulsa.
All right. Well, thank y'all for watching. And my favorite part of the episode, Vamos Tulsa.
Vamos Tulsa.
I caught the Glock, mama oldest acting like he grown. Now peep the logic. I got a heap of problems. A mathematician, you see, I gotta keep it honest. I'm past offensive. From my childhood, I force you to forfeit. Turn snitch or crossover, source work for corporate. The hardship is not marked for fake artists barking. The artsy astrologist, a start to your rocket ship. Soon as I change styles, the moment that y'all pocket it. And prophets' eyes, prophesize giant size dollar clips for blessings. There ain't no way contest it for us outsiders charging 20 G's a session.
Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view. Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view.
Yeah, outsiders in the casa.